Good morning and welcome to Judaism Today. In life, we all have things that we place on a pedestal, that we treasure, that we value, that we dress up. Think about the way we will dress up for a family special occasion, we'll dress up for a simcha, and we tend to spend money on these things and we put them on a pedestal. The reason why is because the things we put on a pedestal and the things we dress up are things we hold as important. And the converse is true as well. The things that we don't treat carefully and the things that we treat haphazardly and the things that we don't care about so much, we sort of don't pay so much attention to. We're less attention, we dress them up less. Rav Hutner famously said, Ish lefi mahalalo, that a person is judged lefi mahalalo, literally meaning the way others praise him. But he also said that perhaps it's meant to be understood the things you praise, i.e. a person is judged by the things in which they put on a pedestal. There's a beautiful pasuk in the end of Parshas Bamidbar. The Torah says that the Leviim who are charged with carrying the sacred vessels of the Mishkan should be very careful in how they carry it, carry exactly the way prescribed by the Torah. Why? So that they shouldn't see it in a state of disrepair or in an inappropriate state or a state that's worn out and they die. Because we know if you didn't treat the Mishkan with the requisite sanctity that led to death, as we saw with the story of Nadav and Avihu, when they went inappropriately into the Holy of Holies. And the Rishonim explained that this really is a broader charge. The things which are holy, we have to be sure to treat them as such. And the Hasidic masters elaborate and they say that the things which are holy, we have to treat that way and we have to put them on a pedestal. And it's really this idea. In life, we're judged, as Rav Hutner says, by the priorities that we keep. What things we put on the pedestal, where we spend our money, what our budgets are, how we prioritize things, what things we make important. You know, when we think about the concept of desecration, which is the opposite of this idea, the things we don't put on the pedestal, and perhaps the things which are desecrated, we tend to think of it in exaggeration. We think of it sort of like the terrible, things that the Nazis did to synagogues or to Sifrei Torah during the Holocaust, and that's true. And I'm not really comparing this to that. But what the Torah is saying is there are more subtle levels of desecration as well. When we have a mitzvah in our hands, do we treat it with alacrity or do we treat it, in a haphazard way? The time we spend with our family, do we put that on a pedestal? Do we cherish that, or do we desecrate them? Desecration doesn't have to be so dramatic. Desecration could be in the very, very important things, but also the everyday things. Let's put the things in our lives that deserve to be on a pedestal right where they belong. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed that episode of Judaism Today. If you did, please make sure to follow us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, or check into our podcast wherever podcasts are listened to. And we look forward to hearing from you more.